Check out this video of crazy things you see in the city. Late Saturday night, I'm just chilling in the apartment, trying to relax. Outside, I hear this crazy guy burning out, doing donuts. Here he comes around the corner. Now, I'm not sure exactly what happened before this, but I saw his partner out on the street complaining about him being a jerk and an a-hole and all these things. He was talking to all the people on the street. And here he comes parking behind the car. She sees him, and she's definitely upset. He was causing trouble. I'm sure they were drinking or partying, something like that. They're definitely not acting in their normal state of mind. And he's coming back to get her. And I figured he was going to come back because she just sat there on the curb for a while complaining. And I could actually hear his vehicle throughout the city. He was doing crazy stuff throughout the city, burning out, hauling butt, revving his engine. Just like that, there he goes again. I could hear him throughout the city, so I knew he was coming back, and I thought, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get some recording of this, and maybe he'll do some donuts again. I can make a cool video out of it. So here he is parking on the street. You can't see it yet. She's about to come into the frame, but she's throwing up her hands, yelling, causing a big scene. In fact, some of the neighbors were upset with her, saying that she was aggravating him. And they were definitely upset with him because he was doing donuts at like 2 in the morning, waking everybody up, honking his horn, revving his engine. I can't really tell what vehicle that is. I think it might be a Corvette. Could be a Camaro. Here she comes. Look at her throwing cones, acting bizarre. Look at her taking this cone. What? She hits his vehicle. I would be so upset if somebody threw that cone at my vehicle. She's trying to get him to open the door. She starts smacking the car, kicking the car. He won't unlock the doors. Just a big drama fest. You'll see cars coming by, stopping, looking, wondering what the heck's going on. She's tapping on the windows. She kept saying to let her in. I'm not sure what was happening, but they were definitely fighting. You can hear Scooter Boys laughing, which actually made it worse for her and made her more bizarre. She's tapping on the windows, which is fine, but she actually starts smacking the windows and kicking the car. It's definitely a nice. If it was my vehicle, I'd be upset, but I also would let her in so she would stop hitting the vehicle. You can hear she's talking back to Scooter Boys, and they're kind of in the game together. Right now, she's actually giving them her social media account so they'll follow her, and she's having a hard time spelling it. If you listen, you'll hear she's asking him to open up the window, open up the door. She wants to talk. I'm up like 15 stories, so those are some pretty hard slaps on that vehicle. He decides he's not going to, so he takes off. This is one of the more exciting parts of the video. For me, I wouldn't stand close to that vehicle if he's been drinking. He could hit her, and look at that, what a jerk. Takes her stuff and just throws it right on the street. Cars are stopping both ways. He backs up. He actually runs over some of her stuff. Maybe her phone. She goes to the other cars and says, oh, everything's fine, this is my boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. We've been drinking. Black car says, I don't want any part of this. He gets the heck out of there. Green car wants to make sure she's okay. Look how close she is to that vehicle. If by any accident he were to back up or run over her foot, it would definitely be a bad situation. She realizes it's more serious now, so she's trying to make up. So here he goes, he's taking off. Okay, here he goes, the light turns green, this black car ends up leaving. He revs his motor a little bit, car sounds good. That car takes off, you can't see it, but the light remains green, and right before it turns red, here he goes. Donut time. You can tell he was drunk because he didn't do donuts very well. Actually really hard on the vehicle. Tire smoke comes up to the apartment. It smelled pretty good if you like that type of thing. You'll see here come the scooter boys. She was complaining to them earlier, now she's complaining again. He threw her stuff on the ground, so definitely has a right to complain, be upset, acting like a jerk. Scooter boys were actually egging him on. They wanted to see donuts, and they got what they wished for. You'll see this picture here. That's the donuts that happened before I was able to get any recordings. This occurred, I heard it, and I went to the window to see what was going on. And all I can see were these donuts and this girl outside complaining to others. Some time passes, you can hear him throughout the city burning out, doing crazy things. Here he comes back again. This would actually be the third time now. Does the same thing, parks behind the car, sits there for a while, and then she starts walking down the street. After she's walking down the street, he goes up to meet her. This whole time she's hanging out with scooter boys, and when the car comes back, her attitude completely changed. She's trying to make amends and make things better this time instead of aggravating him. She's trying to get in the vehicle and get out of there. He's playing cat and mouse. We used to do this back in high school. When somebody's acting like they're getting in the car, you kind of pull away and joke around with them. I really like that low growl that the Corvette makes. What a beautiful sounding car. Can't wait to get one myself. At first she was walking in the road, now she's being smart and actually walking on the sidewalk. I'd be scared that he would burn out or hit me by accident, run over my foot. Would definitely keep some distance. I didn't get it on video, but you can hear the alarm going off. I think the scooter boys were trying to get into our garage, mess around with our building. So you can hear the alarm going off. She's banging up on the car again, kicking the car, slapping the car, gets tired. She sits down on the curb and continues to slap the car. I'd be careful there with my feet. She's pulling on the car, slapping it. You can hear the scooter boys, they're just laughing and enjoying the show. Finally opens the window. She gives him something. They're talking. I'd be careful putting my head too far in the window. She unlocks the door, finally gets in the car. Notice they're keeping the door open. That's a smart move to be safe, just in case. That way she has a way to escape. They sit in the car for a while, talk it out. Looked like they started smoking again. I couldn't really tell. I saw the lighter and things lighting up in the vehicle. She threatens to get out a few times. They're arguing. You can hear him yelling since the window's open. They finally come to some agreement and they pull away together. I was expecting him to do another donut, so I wanted to try to get that on video. But instead, they pull away in a smooth manner. I could hear that vehicle a few more times throughout the city, but I didn't figure they were coming back, especially now that he has her in the vehicle. And pretty much the show was over. And that's a glimpse of the crazy stuff you get to see when you live in the city.